Sunday, the 29th of November, racing in KwaZulu-Natal, back at Hollywood Bets Scottsville. And we're on the line with Byron Foster, representative of the Andre Nel stable here in KZN. Only has 3 runners, but they're all 3 competitive. Byron, good morning. How are you doing?
Hi, Graham. Thanks for being on the show again. Thank you very much. And yeah, all good this side.
It's absolutely a pleasure from our side. Let's get straight into it. Your runners are in races 6, 7, and 9, so the back end of the race meeting. We start off in race 6 with number 5, let me get that clear. Number 5, Dancing Sword, 4-year-old daughter of Kirari. She had 3 starts in the Western Cape. Now she's had 3 starts in KwaZulu-Natal. Last time out a close second to Ingakara, and quite frankly, on the face of it, this is not a very strong lineup that she's in.
Yeah, Graham, she's still a weak filly and she's starting to strengthen up. Obviously, we're trying a bit further. I think it's probably in her range now. She's a little bit, I wouldn't say one pace, but she quickens and then she just seems to stay on. So I have my reservations about that form line and her last start. There wasn't much in the race and it might be a bit flattering that second. So I think for me, if she runs a place, I think I'll be more than happy. I think we can probably find something later on in December where there's a qualified maiden. I think that's more probably her game. I thought that the Joburg horse, we've got to respect it. I don't know how strong that form line is. It was obviously well beaten, but obviously poor Peter wouldn't just bring her down here for nothing. Dennis Dry's also got to respect. But like I say, I just think that last run might be a little bit flattering. The form line, like I say, there wasn't that many form horses in that race, and she was unfortunate to get beat. But I think that might just be her ability. She's just going to be one of those horses that are just going to plot along in her career.
So safe to say, Byron, you're not going to be putting your rent money on Dancing Sword.
Nah, I'll have it in my pocket and I'll be watching her.
Okay, well, let's move on then to race number 7, because this is a lot more exciting and it's going to be very interesting to see how Ancelazio's career develops here in KwaZulu-Natal. 5-year-old son of Camelot. He made a winning local debut over the distance at Hollywood Bets Gravel, albeit getting it in the boardroom. He was fully deserving of that victory, beating the very talented and promising Matterhorn. But now you come up against a few seasoned gallopers who've performed at the very highest level, not least of which is number 9, Marching On Together. But the reality is you're getting 9 kilograms and over 2,400 meters. That's significant weight. So my question to you is, do you think Ancelazio can compete with Marching On Together in receipt of 9 kilograms?
Look, I think obviously 9 kilos over, like you say, over this sort of trip, you've got to take that into account. Obviously, I respect those other horses, even Black Ball and Flickerty by far. They bring group form into the race, and you've got to respect those. Obviously, there's other horses in the race. There's a little swing around at the weights to them, Wealthy and Just Cruised, and obviously the conditions are slightly different this time around. But our horses, he's prepped well, and Lance Pagel, that knows him from Cape Town, he's very confident of another good run. I think also got to bear in mind he is a horse that does love the soft, and I see there's rain forecasted. Just hope we do race at Maritzburg, and if the ground does come up as soft as, or the rain does come and the going is as soft as it is, I think then I think that'll be another feather in his cap, and I think he'll be competitive. But like I say, I do respect the horses with the group form. You've got to.
No, absolutely, and hence you're receiving 9 kilograms. As we said, Marching On Together is well exposed at the various highest level. He was placed in the Derby as a 3-year-old. He's won feature races over the distance. He won the Track and Ball Derby over the course and distance. So he's certainly entitled to carry his 61.5. You come in with 52.5, and I believe it's going to be quite an interesting race. From a personal perspective, I've made it a boat race between 6 Ancelazio and 9 Marching On Together. Of course, I may be way off the mark, but I do think that Ancelazio, as long as he's coming into the race well, and you've indicated that that is the case, I think you're going to look forward to a nice, bold showing from Ancelazio. And the going, well, there is rain around, and it's certainly likely to be on the softer side than good, but let's hope that the rain in buckets stays away so that we can conclude the race meeting at Hollywood Bet Scottsville without a hitch. Your last of your runners is number 8, Silver Dazzle. in the 9th race. And again, pretty consistent. It's a highly competitive race, many with chances. So I guess all we can ask you is, how's she doing back home?
Josh, she's doing well. Graham, she is a horse that is trying to go further, but unfortunately she's got a breathing issue, and that's why we brought her back to sprinting, and the 2 sprints so far have been good. It's just whether she can just be in touch with them. Obviously around the turn sometimes you can get away with a little slower pace and you can be a bit closer, but down the straight if something tears off, she might just be a little bit out of her ground. But if they go not a suicidal pace and she can just be in touch, then I think she'll run them down again. She's, like I say, the last 2 runs have been promising since we brought her back to the sprint, and very tough race. There's a good couple also of chances. It's difficult to single out one. I think probably maybe Anton's horse obviously is carrying a bit more weight. He's been carrying these light weights his last few starts. So, but I think that could be the danger. But like I say, very open race.
But whatever the case, well enough certainly to include in all quartet calculations in the 9th and last race at Hollywood Bet Scottsville on Sunday.
Yeah, definitely to be included, no doubt.
Byron, thank you very much for your time. It's always much appreciated, and we'll see you soon.